Today, our champion, Janet Poch of Lynn, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Toni Wellspring of Methuen, Massachusetts, on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everyone. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, always speaking for the whole crew. However, when I say we're sure glad you chose to join us here, it's the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts on Route 9, the Old Worcester Turnpike. It'll be 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling. Total pinfall is what will determine our winner. Now, each of our bowlers takes home a permanent souvenir, and these are provided by Din Brothers of Boston and Holyoke and are properly inscribed with their name and the date. And each will take home some prize money. Guaranteed prize money of $700 to the winner, $350 to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. Should they tie a string, they would each receive $50. And the bowler with the most marks will receive a $50 gift certificate from Rotman's Furniture in Worcester. That's the bowler with the most marks, our marksman of the day. Okay, let's talk to today's bowler, shall we? All right, Toni Wellspring making her first appearance on the program. I bet you've never watched it before.
Oh, a few times.
Thanks. we appreciate that. You know, you are the first person, I think, that right in front of me talking to me now who's the mother of twins. And are they same sex? Or?
Yes, they're identical.
Identical, huh?
Yep.
And are they boys or girls?
Two boys.
Two boys.
They'll be 4 in October.
And some little bird told me that on the date that we're taping this right now, that the next day, which is tomorrow from where we are, might be a birthday for somebody else.
Uh-oh. We won't tell you how old I'll be, okay?
I didn't ask. You notice I didn't ask. All right. Janet, and have you come down yet from the big high?
A little bit. Hopefully I'll stay up there, though.
Yeah, I know you had a long race. You're not used to being away from here, are you? You sort of plan your day around, your weeks around coming to see us.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this talk. Good luck to you, and good luck to you in your first appearance, Toni. We'll get underway right after this. Our challenger, Toni Wellspring of Methuen, Massachusetts. High single 174, high triple 449, league average 110. And she leaves the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 9. And she has some wood that's right in back of the head pin, which probably will help if she's able to get it. But the ball went off a little bit too far to the right. It's a 9 to begin. Toni works as a benefit plans administrator. She's representing the Candlewood Lanes in North Reading. She had a 692 to win her roll-off. Waiting for some wood to settle down. It was a good try, although she did not get both of them. And it's a 10. Now Janet Poch, who regained the title that she had held for such a long time as our champion. She has a high single of 182, a high triple of 450, and a league average of 123. She regained it last week by defeating Joanne Rosano, who was going for her 11th consecutive victory. Janet has a split with the 610 on the right and the 4-7 on the left. There's 2 pieces of wood in the middle. Actually, there are 3, but 2 are the ones that form a sort of a V. In the middle, let's see what she does with it. She went right into the V and got everything except the 7. A 10. Janet is employed by Accounts Receivable, TNT. representing Lucky Strike lanes in Lynn and Park Place lanes in Wyndham, New Hampshire. Three, 6, 4, 7. Wood in front of the 4, 7. Got the 3, 6. It's a 9. Janet's roll-off score of 5 strings was 639 in order to come on. Toni Wellspring, making her first appearance at Candlepin Lanes in North Reading, had a roll-off score of 692. She has 5 pins, and they are the 1, the 2, the 5, the 8, and the 9. With no wood. Nope. 5 wouldn't go. Everything else went. Eight pins down, and she's looking at the 3-9 with wood. And it is a 10. No, no, wait a minute, that's a spare. Janet Poch. All right, a single pin to pick up the 7. Just missed it. She tried it 2 different ways, and it would not go. So she's begun with 10, 9, 9. Now she's opposite a spare. And she gets a strike. Right now, we pause after 4 boxes of the first string and the second string for a check on the scoreboard. So after 4 boxes right now, with 1 bonus ball to be rolled by Toni Wellspring and 2 by Janet Poch, it is 39-38 in favor of our challenger. Working on a spare, our challenger, Toni Wellspring from Methuen, Massachusetts, fires, and she got 6 and left the 4 horsemen left side. Got the middle 2, left the 1 and 7, took out 2 and 4. It is an 8. Our high-low jackpot is up to $450. Our home viewer jackpot is at $200. She has left the 2, 4, 7 on the left, the 10 pin over on the right. Oh, yes, nice shot. Now our defending champion, Janet Poch, comes up. She's working on a strike. 2 bonus balls to be rolled. Here's the first. So close to a strike. She has left the 5 pin. The wood is rolled off to the right. Not as far to the right as she'd like, but she was able to make it work. Seven is the fill. And she's looking at the 4, 5, and the 7. With wood to the right of the 5-pin. Excellent try, but the 7 wouldn't go. Now it does for a 10. The pinfall is 6, leaving the 2, 5, 7, and 8. 8 didn't go. A 10. A little too full on the head pin, didn't get quite the angle that she wanted. It's a 7-pin drop. 4, 7 over on the left, 9-pin with 1, 2, 3 pieces of wood around it. Oh, everything went except the 7. Make a note, for those of you watching on Channel 5, next Saturday, 10 a.m. on Channel 5. I have another announcement for Channel 40. Janet Poch fires, and she has a diamond on the left side to work on. She got it. So she beat the diamond. For Channel 40 viewers, next week's program will be shown on Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's next Sunday at 1 o'clock for the next edition of Candlepin Bowling on Channel 40. Channel 40 only. Everything down except the 5-pin. Ralph Stewart calls time. Clears it out, and he will get a round of applause. A spare. This is our challenger making her first appearance, Toni Wellspring from Methuen. Too far to the right. She's going to have to do some work now. 6 pins still standing. Number 2 basically is the object pin, and no, she's still too far to the right, but she did get 8 of them. Two pins standing now, however, they are side by side, 9 and 10. No, still there. Our crew today, Skip Peabody, Jeff Sullivan, Carl Vieira, and Keith Godfrey. 9. Janet Poch leading by 15, working on a spare. Seven. Good try. She had the 6 and 10 over on the right and the 7 over on the left. She got the 6 and 10 and moved them over. Not quite enough to scare the 7, but to maybe give herself the feeling that maybe. Okay, the 9, the 7 was still there, so it is a 9. Four horsemen right side, 8 pin in back. On the right, 6 and 10. No wood. Still 5 pins there. Head pin, and on each side, 2. The 4 and 7, the 6 and 10. And... oh, what a beauty! That's like the high-low plus. Beautiful. What a great shot. And so $50 in bonus money goes to our defending champion, Janet Poch, as she has won the first string 130 to 105. In the middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here is Janet Poch, by the way, the only woman to ever qualify for our championship show. That was last year. All right, she's looking at a diamond right now. No wood to help. This is the 3, 5, 6, and 9. She got the right side, so I guess we have to say the diamond won again. I mentioned our crew. Ralph Stewart I've mentioned also, but he's our lob line judge and referee. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Al Giglio on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams on the big board for the folks who are here. And Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Didn't quite get the side of the head pin she wanted, so there are 2 pins still standing. Head pin and 10 pin. Our challenger, Toni Wellspring, making her first appearance on the program. She's from Methuen. Half Worcester, right side, punching out the 3 and the 9. There are still 5 pins up and 2 on each side. That is the 6 and 10, 4 and 7, and the 5 pin in the middle. So it turns out to be a 5 box. One, 2, 4, and 9. Everything but the head pin. A 10. the sometimes referred to as Woolworth split, 5 and 10. Don't hear that very often anymore. Are there any 5 and 10 still around? A 10. Bill Rubin just talked in my ear and said there are a lot of Woolworths still around. But you can bet your life they're not 5 and 10s unless it's dollars. Okay, time call by Ralph Stewart, who goes down. Gets a loose ball. Janet went just a little too far to the left of the 4-pin, and so it turns out to be an 8 box. Now Toni Wellspring, today's challenger. She, speaking of 5 and 10, began this string with that, a 5 and a 10. Came back with very close to a strike, everything down except the 7-pin. Okay, spare in the 3rd. Four, I guess. It's, yeah. Yeah, 1, 2. Mm-hmm. One pin away from a spare, the 5-pin. The king pin didn't go. Now it does for a 10. After 4 boxes of the first string and the middle string, we take a check on the scoreboard. In case you joined us late, Janet Poch won the first string 130 to 105. And at the moment, her challenger, Toni Wellspring, is leading in this one after 4, 39-36. Poch, our defending champion, 2 full on the head pin. It's a spread eagle, punching out the 1, 5, 8, and 9. Two more, leaving the 3-pin on the right, the 2, 4, 7 on the left, and of course with a spread eagle, no wood to help. 2 full that time. It's a 7. So close to a strike. A rocking 1-pin, I don't mean number 1 pin, 1-pin rocking. It happens to be the 10-pin. Spare. This is our challenger, Toni Wellspring of Methuen. Four pins standing. Unfortunately, they're scattered, but there is a cluster of 3 pieces of wood sort of in the center around where the 1, 2, 3 would be. But standing, we have the 4, the 7, the 9, and the 10. Obviously, my description is for those of you who do not have sight, but who enjoy and feel as if they're a part of it if I describe it, sort of like doing a radio broadcast. Ah, yes, radio. It's a 9. I used to love doing radio. 7-pin eventually fell. Janet Poch is working on a spare as she comes to the line. Our defending champion fires, and when she first hit it, I thought she was going to duplicate what Toni had done. Looked like it was going to be a strike. There are 3 pins standing. Over on the left, she has the 4-7 with wood in between, and the 10-pin alone over on the right. Got the left side. A 10. Eight-pin drop with the first ball. However, the 2 pins that are standing are on the back line side by side, the 7 and 8. Wood off to the right. She chose to use it and got nothing. Nothing again. Once to the right side and once to the left. It's an 8-box. All right, our challenger is working on a strike. Toni Wellspring from Methuen fires. First ball was a thin hit to the right side, leaving the 4 horsemen and the 8-pin on the left, the 6 and 10 on the right, and no wood to help. She needs to go for that cluster on the left, and she got the whole thing. She got it all. You might detect that a few folks came to root for her. She got it all. We had strike, spare, and strike. Janet Poch looks at 4 horsemen right side, plus the 9-pin, and the 4 and 7 over on the left. So 4 pins are still standing. It's a 9. Diamond left side plus the 7. All right, you're on the left. 5 and 8. She leaves him. All right, Toni Wellspring comes up with 3 marks in a row for $50 in bonus money and a chance to continue it. All right, first ball nets her 5 and leaves the 4 horsemen left side, and a tough shot because it's the 9-pin in back. Wow, everything went down except the head pin, and a piece of wood doing a pirouette came slowly toward it, but from behind, but did not knock it down. It stopped. All right, she has it for a 10. She leads in the match now by 5. Ralph calls time. She has everything down except the 7 and 8. He got one piece that was up near the deadwood line. She's got wood to help to get the 7 and 8 for another mark. Yes! Now for the fill. And 7 more. So, in the lead, well, she won this one, and right now, she's in the lead by 14 pins. I'm talking about our challenger, Toni Wellspring of Methuen, Massachusetts. She gets the $50 for winning this middle string, and leading now going into the third, 239 to 225.
Cy Sperling, president of Hair Club for Men.
Although I was Hair Club's first client, I had my hair done for personal reasons prior to going into this business. At 27, I was overweight, my hair was thinning. I used to sweep the hair on top of my head, spray it, just barely covering the thinning area. I'd have nightmares about windy days, going swimming. My new hair made a world of difference. That's why I started Hair Club for Men.
If your hair is thinning, call our toll-free number now. We'll send you our 16-page color brochure free. You'll see before and after photos of men like yourself looking better and feeling great. You'll find out about transplants, minoxidil, and through research, how we came up with our advanced technology.
It's human hair, added into my own hair, making it natural without surgery. Whether it's wet, I'm just blow drying, or just running my fingers through my hair, it feels like my hair.
Hair Club for Men would like to tell you more about it. So call this toll-free number now and get our 16-page color booklet free.
What will you do with the money you save at Speedy?
I save $63 on my brakes at Speedy, rather than going to the dealer. Hey, that sounds like a new pair of golf shoes.
My Honda's brakes cost $47 less at Speedy, so I've agreed to pay for my kids' ears to be pierced. Once.
Right now, come to Speedy and save 20% on all brake parts. At Speedy, brake shoes and pads are guaranteed for as long as you own your car.
Speedy saved me $38 on my Cavalier's brakes. Sounds to me like an excuse for a night out.
Speedy for brakes. Speedy for savings. Guaranteed.
Third string getting underway, and today's challenger, Toni Wellspring, leading by 14 as they begin the third. She has 2 pins. Got to be careful, though, because one behind the other. It is the 3-pin and the 9-pin. There is a piece of wood that's right in between them. No, she had to hit the 3. It's rocking back and forth, but it's not going to fall. A 10. Four horsemen, right side. Got half of it. Still looking at 1 and 6. And the ball broke to the left and left those 2. So it's an 8. Now Janet Poch, who has fallen behind her challenger. And begins with a strike. First ball gets her 6. 2, 4, 7, and 6 pin. No wood. Oh, yes! Nice shot. That was a beauty. Yes, that's worth another look. Beautiful. Toni Wellspring, today's challenger. She has everything down except the kingpin, the 5, and she has wood right in front of it, right across it. Yes. Fair in the 3rd. Leaving the 7 pin, and then on the right side 1, 3, 6, 10. That looked as though it was going to be almost a perfect hit, but missed the head pin, and then turned out to be a bit more thin than expected. She's now looking at 1, 7, 10, and the 1 is still there. She got the corners. Janet Poch with 2 marks in a row and an opportunity to make it 3. She did. Strike. All right, the first ball got her 5. Has 4 horsemen left side, 9 pin in back. She just missed the head pin, so the fill is 9, and she'll have an opportunity to make the box a 10. And she did. Toni Wellspring, today's challenger from Methuen, making her very first appearance on this program. Ten pin alone over on the right, and she has the 5 and 8 with wood in front of it also. It was the 5 and 8 that went. It's a 9. Ball went into the gutter before taking out the 10 pin. Two, 7, 9. That's the combination that she's looking at. With 3 pieces of wood in back, she has to hit the 2 or get wood on. 7 pins still there. I hesitated because a piece of wood was rolling over toward it slowly, and it wasn't enough to knock it down. Ten. Janet Poch back in the lead by 13 pins, opposite a 9 and a 10. Janet Poch fires and leaves 3. Six, 9, and 10. There was a piece of wood in front. She hit the end of it and sent it to the left, the ball to the right. The 3 pins still standing. It's a 9. And her lead remains the same. 13 pins. Diamond, left side. 2, 4, 5, 8. No wood. Too far to the left. Left the 2 and 5. It's a 9. So now the lead is reduced by 1 to 12. 4 boxes to go. Toni Wellspring, first appearance. Not bad. She's got the 2, 4, 7 with wood in front of it. She made it. Spare in the 7th. Unfortunately, they are far apart. 4 and 10. With some wood that may go over. Yes, it did. So a pair of spares in the 7th and 8th. Now Janet Poch leading by 12. Opposite a pair of spares. Let's see what she does, how she answers. She answers with a strike. Two bonus balls. And here is the first. Yes! 2 consecutive strikes. Now, Toni Wellspring, in her very first appearance, has 2 spares in the 7th and 8th box of the 3rd string. Here is the first bonus ball. So close to a strike. A single pin to pick up is the 10 pin. And yes, she has it. She has another $50 in bonus money. Bonus ball again, going a little bit too far to the right, but she's getting some action. Everything down except the 7 pin. Seven pin for another mark. Yes! 4 consecutive marks. $127 plus 8 more, 135. Now, Janet Poch, let's get back to basics here. Sensational finish by Toni Wellspring. Janet Poch has 2 strikes in a row, and you know what 3 strikes in a row is worth. Let's see whether she can get it. No. They're still tumbling. She got 8 of them, and as those of you who are regular viewers and listeners, we have to include you people who listen and are unfortunately unable to see, it would have been a $1,000 bonus for 3 strikes in a row. But she does make a spare, so it's $50 more in bonus money. All right, she needs 1 more to cinch it. Oh, that's right. We were counting that in 2 places, weren't we? Right. All right, she did it. Final finish and an excellent string. Great Candlepin Bowling. Male or female. I want to tell you. When you roll a 160 and a 135, and of course Janet gets another $50 for winning that third string. And she wins the match by 385 to 374. Okay, we have $200 to give away, and the number is 759. That's the total, both bowlers combined. 10 either side, of course, would win the $200, but when I draw the name, that person is going to receive a $50 gift certificate from Christmas Tree Shops. All right, I'll give it another shake. Here. Not too much shaking and baking going on here because it's so full. Okay, over here. 759, 10 either side. This one comes from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Beatrice Bougault, it looks like. B-O-U-G-A-U-L-T, Bougault. You don't care about her name, do you? You want to know what the number is. 804, okay? All right. Now, we have a high-low jackpot, which is worth $150, and Janet Poch will get first try at it. Tony? Okay, both you ladies up here, please.
They're bad.
No. Yeah. This is, and a lot of them are here for you, right? Yeah. That's, of course, your little remembrance from Din Brothers. It's going to be properly inscribed. It will be a nice souvenir for you. But most of all, I want to say you did a great job on here for the first time. You were supposed to be nervous and all that.
I was.
You were? Boy, you didn't show it, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
So you get $350 and $200 in bonus money. How about that, huh?
Great.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. And I'll tell you one thing, we were delighted to have you here.
Thank you very much. I was
Okay.
happy to be here.
And you come back and see us next season,
I
will you?
hope so.
All right. Janet. Janet gets the big fellow. And Janet also gets $200 in bonus money to go on top of $700 for winning. And you're right, you're going to start a new one, huh? At least that's what you're planning on doing, huh?
Hopefully.
Did she give you a little scare there when she threw the pair?
Oh, yeah, definitely. After I threw the double strike, I couldn't calculate fast enough in my mind what I needed.
I know. Well, listen, you're coming back next week. We're delighted to have you. And Janice Casey is going to be your challenger. You and I will be here. Janice will be here. You will, too, won't you? See you next week. Bye-bye.